welcome to the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society Tuesday Night Net. This net meets regularly on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. local time on this frequency of 146.970 with a tone of 162.2. My name is Marvin, call sign N0MLP, and I'll be acting as net control tonight. I'll be using NetLogger, for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes to can check in early by monitoring the OARS net over there. The OARS net is not an emergency net. However, if anyone at any time has any emergency traffic, please call break. Anyone with any emergency traffic, please call now. Hearing none, I'll now move on to announcements of interest to amateur radio. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come early around 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend, and everyone is welcome, including family members and anyone interested in amateur radio. The next OARS meeting will be at the Happy House Restaurant, and I've got the wrong date here. You forgot to update. Give me just a moment. I'll move on and we'll come back to that. More to follow. The OARS Club now has 3 scheduled nets. We have a D-Star net on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Those of you with D-Star capabilities are most welcome to come check in and give the D-Star repeater a workout. The frequency is 444.150 with a positive offset. Please remember to give the repeater a second or two between transmissions to allow for the short subaudible data burst. The OARS net Tuesday night net is at 7 p.m., this net right here. Frequency is 146.970 with a negative offset and a PL tone of 162.2. Everyone is most welcome to come check in and hang out. And the OARS Club also hosts a simplex net the first Saturday of every month. The frequency will be 146.460 and the time is at 7 p.m. Everyone, again, is welcome to join and check in, and we always have quite a bit of fun on the simplex net. More to follow. The OARS Ham and Eggs Breakfast for April is being held at the Family Restaurant in Mount Vernon each Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Be sure to bring your appetite and come hang out for some good stories and possibly meet new members or somebody that you haven't met yet. We always have a great time. And this net is also being streamed on the 5.9 YouTube channel, so if you want to see how you sound on the air, or if you missed any part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. More to follow. Next Tuesday, May the 2nd, there will be a test session at Bob Meyer's house at 6 p.m. Anyone interested should get a hold of Bob before then for information. If you're getting a license for your first time, you will need to make sure and register with the FCC for an FRN number. Anyone is welcome to come and test for a new license or for upgrades. And finally, the OARS Club has a Facebook page and a group. Events, pictures, activities, and other information can be found there. So if you are on Facebook, you can find us at facebook.com/W0OAR. With that, are there any other announcements of interest in amateur radio? Please call now.
A0OC.
A0OC, Wes, go ahead.
Not really so much an announcement, just a little bit of a heads up onto one of your announcements. The Simplex Net will be the first Saturday of the month, this coming month, on the 6th. But then following that, we're moving it to 8 o'clock on Thursdays. And the first one of those will be on the 18th. And then following it, every 2 weeks, there will be a Simplex Net at 8 o'clock on Thursdays.
Right, thank you for that, Wes. I took notes here so that I can update my information. And then do you have the date for the next meeting? Because I'm trying to grab that, but I can't do that and do this too, so.
It'll be the 13th, May the 13th.
Roger that, Wes. I do appreciate that very much.
All right, I'll let you get back at it.
All right. Well, if there are no other announcements of interest to amateur radio, then I'll start taking NetLogger check-ins. So real quick, anybody else with an announcement?
K6GAE.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, not so much an announcement, but you might want to let everybody know on the testing if there's a cost on that.
Roger, good point. Yeah, the cost for that will be $14 to take the test. And then, of course, if you pass, you'll need to pay $35 to the FCC if it's a new license. If it's an upgrade, I don't believe they charge for that.
You are correct on the upgrade. There is no charge on the upgrade.
Roger, roger. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. We'll go ahead and move on and start taking check-ins from NetLogger. And first on the list is AE0OC. Wes, how you doing tonight? And appreciate the information again. Thank you.
Well, Marvin, thanks for running the net tonight. You did a great job. Looks like you got a pretty good little list starting already on NetLogger here, so I'll be kind of short with it. But the main thing I want to do is let everybody know that I'm going to go find out tomorrow for certain about Nathan Boone homestead site for our May POTA event. And I will know tomorrow about that, and I will try to get that information to you, Marvin, so you can put it up on Facebook and start letting people know. But I'm pretty certain that we're going to be able to do it. I just got to go out there and make sure. And for June, for Field Day and POTA, we are probably, and I'm going to say 99.9% sure, that we are going to be at Campbell Point in Shell Knob, which is in the Mark Twain National Forest, so we can do POTA, and we'll do our Field Day operations from there also.
Roger that, Wes. Yeah, and I was checking that Campbell Point out, and man, it sure does look beautiful down there. So I'm kind of excited for that. I've never been there, so it looks quite nice for sure.
Yeah, I kind of think I've been there when I was a kid, a teenager, but I'm not certain. It seems like I have been, though. But it looks like a really nice place, so I'm excited to do it, and we'll have a fun time, that's for sure. So, and the last one there at Stockton was kind of chilly, but it was a lot of fun. We ended up having 21 people show up to the picnic part and to operate radios and such. And we had 82 contacts total. So not a bad day considering the bands were kind of messy because of the solar storm and the temperatures were not agreeing with us very well. But we still had a good time.
For sure. It's always a lot of fun getting together. And yeah, it was chilly, but it could have been worse. At least we was able to have a little fire there and everybody could kind of warm up a little bit. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I was 82 contacts. That's pretty good considering, the weather and then, of course, the band conditions with that solar flare we had. So yeah, pretty good for sure. A lot of fun. I can't wait for the next one.
All right, Marvin, I'll let you move on to whoever's next. But appreciate you running the net. AE0OC, back to you.
Roger. Thank you, Wes. Appreciate it. Good to hear from you. And I guess we'll move down now to W0ZAC. Zach, you doing good this evening?
W0ZAC, yes, doing great, Marvin, thank you. Thanks for running the net tonight, sounding good. Not much to add on my end, just wanting to get in for the numbers. Having a pretty standard week here, and not much going on at the home front. Little guy's sick again, got strep throat again. He's had that a few times over this last winter, so he's coming home from the doctor today with a bottle of antibiotics, and we'll get him back on track. So I'll pass her back to you, W0ZAC.
Roger that, Zach. Yeah, that ain't no fun. The little one here, she's had it a couple times recently, so I guess it's kind of making its rounds, but hopefully he'll get better pretty quick on those antibiotics. I appreciate you checking in, Zach. Always good to hear from you. And we'll say 73s and move down to KE6GAE. Dave, how you doing?
N0MLP, the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. Oh, I'm starting to feel a little better, hopefully. Hopefully Mama gets to feel a little better. Cold kind of got to us. But, yeah, it was an enjoyable day out there at Stockton Lake. Stockton didn't fail. Always windy up there. But I think it put the bug in me. Other than that, just sitting here working on wire guard, VPN stuff. That's about all I've got for tonight. So thanks for running the net, Marvin, and we'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
Roger that. Yeah, thanks for running a rig up there for sure. That antenna you got, man, I was impressed by that. That's a pretty nice setup. So I might be looking for something like that in the future for myself. I really kind of dug that. That was pretty sweet. So, but I appreciate you checking in and sounding good down here. And we'll say 73s and move down to KA0SPM. Steve, how you doing tonight?
Marvin, I'm doing pretty good tonight. I want to pass along a big thanks to you and your family for all the work that they put into that event Saturday. It was absolutely awesome. I really made it a great time.
Hey, not a problem at all. We just kind of like getting together and doing stuff like that. So any way we can kind of help make it happen, you know.
Well, you did great, and I appreciate it. The weather was a bit of an issue here, too, but I think I'll survive it. But I want to say, if we happened to do that a day later, we would have been treated to a big light show up there at Stockton with the Northern Lights. I've seen some pictures from up there, and it was pretty awesome. So keep a lookout on the internet for that stuff. It was pretty great.
Yeah, I've seen a few pictures myself and was sorry that I missed it. I'm usually up pretty late, so I could have went out there and seen it, but I'm always keeping myself busy, and I didn't know it was happening, so I was kind of bummed I missed it. But yeah, there's some pretty pictures out there for sure.
It was cool. I ended up getting like 6 minutes warning on it, and we did the best we could for our attempt at photos. I think I got a little pink. But anyway, Marvin, thanks for running the net, and that's all I got. So back to you, KA0SPM.
All right, Steve, appreciate it, and always good to hear from you. And we'll say 73s to Steve and move down to KF0LZX. Greg, it was good to meet you, bud. How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good, and it's glad to meet you also. I really would like to say thank you to everybody in the club that I've got to meet so far. Everybody's been extremely hospitable and very welcoming. I really appreciate that. But yeah, it was good to get to meet some more people Saturday. A little chilly, but yeah, it was a good time. Looking forward to the next one. But other than that, just pretty much a normal work day for me. Don't have a lot, but if you would, could you repeat the testing information? I missed part of that. I'm interested in trying to take my general test.
You bet, not a problem. It'll be next Tuesday, May the 2nd. Bob Meyer, if you need any further info, like details or whatever, you can get a hold of him. It'll be at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. And you don't have to worry about an FRN. You've obviously already got that. So, but otherwise, it's just $14 for the session, and more than welcome to come and give her a shot.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot. Thank you for hosting the net, and back to net control. This is KF0LZX.
All right, Greg, appreciate it. Appreciate you checking in. Good to hear from you. We'll say 73s to Greg and move down to Harold, K0SQS. How is Harold doing?
N0MLP and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Doing just fine, Marvin.
Still trying to get rid of all the dust in my eyes and in my throat from mowing yesterday afternoon. It was really, really dusty and dry. But anyway, that's about the big news from my QTH. Glad to hear of all the upcoming activities. Super job on the part of the club and its members. Anyway, back to you, Marvin. Thanks for running the net. K0SQS.
Hi, Harold. Good to hear from you. Yeah, I know what you mean by the dry. We just walk across the yard here and create a dust cloud. So we could use a little bit of rain, at least to soak the ground a little bit. So, but yeah, for sure. Anyway, good to hear from you tonight. Glad you checked in. We'll say 73s to you, Harold, and move down to KB0RHA. Richard, Mount Vernon, how you doing?
Oh, doing pretty good there, Marvin. Glad you're doing the net. It's doing a good job there. Missed last week, but I had my station tore apart. Got a new power supply for my rig, so that was a welcome sight. Anyway, that's about all I've got for the net. 7-3s, everybody. Have a good one. KB0RHA.
Roger that, Rich. Yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned power supply. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and he asked me, he said, I don't understand why you get so excited over a power supply. And I said, if you'd get your ham radio license, you'd understand. But anyway, it's good to hear from you, Richard. Appreciate you checking in tonight. And we'll say 73s to you, and we'll move down to KF6OZ. Mel, how are you doing tonight? How about it, Mel? KF6OZ. You still out there with us? All right, we'll come back and see if we can pick up Mel here in just a little bit. That puts me at the bottom of the net logger list. So at this point, I call for any short time stations or low power or mobile check-ins. If you'd like to check into the OARS net, please call now. Nothing heard on short time, mobile, or low power. Are there any regular check-ins for the OARS net? Please go ahead and call now.
Kilo Echo Zero, Zulu X-Ray Lima, Miles in Marionville.
WA6 Alpha Lima Bravo, Matt in Mount Vernon.
K5ANW, Daryl in Springdale.
All right, looks like we picked up 3 there. KE0ZXL, Miles, how you doing tonight, bud?
Well, we're hanging in there. Like I said, haven't had much to do, but I think we solved our ground problem today. We just need to wait till somebody's up on the air and we can go out and check the mobile in the truck. But we're on the handheld here in the house right now, but it's no big deal for right now, but we're just going to wait and see. We cut some plastic off of the bed liner and ground around the bolt holes and bolted it down. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Roger that. Well, your HT's sounding mighty fine tonight. Full quieting sounds real good.
Yeah, we haven't had any trouble out of this handheld, but like I said, it was the mobile that was giving us some fits here the last time around. So, like I said, we took the bracket off and cut the plastic off the bed liner and bolted it down a little more solid. And so we'll just try it again here next time around.
Roger that. Yeah, those grounds can always play a little funny with you sometimes. And It's crazy how important they are, but they sure make a difference. But appreciate you checking in tonight, Miles. We'll say 73s to you. And we'll move down to Matthew, WA6ALB. How you doing?
Oh, good evening, sir. This is WA6ALB. And good evening to everyone on the net. Yeah, I wasn't able to make it up to Stockton Lake Saturday, but it sounds like everybody had a great time anyway. Not that I could make it any better. Yeah, it was chilly too, I guess. Probably more chilly up there than it was down here. But campfire always makes everything better. Nothing really going on here. Just a lazy day. That's about it. See what tomorrow brings. Hope you have a good evening. WA6ALB.
Roger, Roger. Hope you have a good rest of the evening, too, and appreciate you checking in. Yeah, it was a little chilly, but we had a good time. We'll make up for it next time, though, for sure. But good to hear from you, Matt. Appreciate it, and we'll say 73s to you. And move down to Daryl, K5ANW. How you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good today. I left all my ambition somewhere, so I didn't crawl out of bed till 11:30. The rest of the day, I didn't act like I was going to do a thing. I've been trying to check into the net for about the last 3 weeks, and conditions was bad enough that I couldn't hear net control, so I just didn't try it. But tonight, you're doing a great job, and I thought now's the time to say hello, and I hope everything is working great for the OARS net. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll try to catch up to you next time. K5AFW. 3.
All right, Daryl. Yeah, it's always good to hear from you, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're making it in just fine tonight. I got a little hash on you in the background, but could make you out just fine, no problem. So doing a good job up this way tonight. Appreciate you checking in. And we'll say 73s to Daryl, and that puts us back at the bottom of the list. So we'll give another call out there. Actually, let's go up and see if Mel's back. KF6OZ. Mel, you back yet? All right, we'll come back again here one more time. But anybody out there want to check into the OARS net, please call now.
Recheck.
Go ahead, recheck.
AE0OC. KE0MAD got on the live stream. He's still at work, couldn't make it away yet, but wanted to proxy in.
Roger, the proxy, got him signed in.
Thanks, Marvin.
No problem, Wes. Anyone out there want to check into the OARS net, please call now.
Kilo 6, Alpha Charlie Victor, David in Mount Vernon.
All right, David. Kilo 6 Alpha Charlie Victor. How you doing tonight, bud?
Not bad, not bad. We're finally getting things together here. Been a while. Myself and the XYL, that's Kilo 6 Tango Oscar India, Annie. Finally getting some wires up and start getting back into the radio world here. Seems like it's been a while since we moved here.
Roger that. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but sometimes it seems like it can take forever to get antennas and stuff strung up and going.
Yeah, man. Hot, cold, rain, wind. Oh, but we love it. Love it, love it. So yeah, we're just having a good time here, getting to know all the neighbors. We got Amish all around us, so that's pretty interesting in a good way. So got a big storm shelter coming tomorrow, so we're we're getting ready for anything now. So, yeah, we just wanted to check in, say hello. Going to start trying to get more active here, and hope to be on a little more often. So, we'll turn it back over to you. It was good talking to everybody, listening to what's going on. And this is Kilo 6 Alpha Charlie Victor saying 7-3 all.
Roger, Roger. It was good to hear from you. Always welcome to check in. Always welcome to come to a meeting and say hi. And always nice to hear from you. So we'll say 73s to you and appreciate you checking in. And that puts us at the bottom again. So I'll call again. Anybody out there want to check into the OARSnet, please call now.
WB0OQV, WB0 Oscar Queen Victor, Jim in Marionville.
AF60Z.
All right, we grabbed two there. I'll go ahead and grab Mel real quick since we was up on the net logger list. Mel, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay, but I think maybe Murphy paid me a visit. I tried to use the base station, and it didn't seem to want to transmit anything. And had a handheld on my belt, so I grabbed it. I was thinking about the time I pushed the button on transmit, its battery said bye-bye, so I had to run downstairs and get a different battery. So I think I'm okay now. We'll defeat Murphy one way or another. KF60Z.
Roger that, Mel. Yeah, it's a constant struggle with good old Murphy, but definitely. So, you doing all right tonight, though, otherwise?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good today.
Roger that. Got anything else for us?
No, but I'm sure enjoying the milder weather for spring now. KF60Z.
Roger that, Mel. Yeah, I'm hoping that little chilly stuff we've been having there is done. But you know, only time will tell, I guess. But I'm hoping we're at the end of it. But good to hear from you, Mel. Appreciate you checking in there. Glad you got your battery situation figured out there. So we'll move on down now to WB0 Oscar Queen Victor. Jimmy, how you doing?
WB0QV. Doing okay. I was running late tonight and was gone for a bit, and I missed most of the net, but run in here and heard it was still going, so thought at least check in. Really don't have anything else. Good to hear everybody that here at the end anyway. So we're back to you, and everybody have a good week, what's left of it. WB0QV, 7-3.
All right, Jimmy. Yeah, appreciate you checking in, man. Always good to hear from you. And glad you could get in there. I will say 73s to you, and that's at the bottom of the list again. So we'll call out again. If there's any check-ins for the OARSnet, please call now.
A0 RWD, Kilo 0 Romeo Whiskey Delta. Ron, and I'm kind of a little bit late, but it looks like I made it, so just put it right on there and we'll get another one.
Well, roger that, Ron. Appreciate you checking in. I've got you marked down as fashionably late. How about that?
Well, yes, that's anything that's nice. I kind of like that.
Roger that. Got anything for us?
Well, no, just wondering if we're going to have another storm. You can't keep up with it, I guess, so that's just the way it'll be.
Yeah, Roger, that's kind of funny. They a couple of times called for rain up here, and it just never happened. All right, well, appreciate you checking in, Ron. We'll say 73s to you. And do another call out. Anybody want to check into the OARSnet, please call now. All right, one last call for check-ins for the OARS net. Please call now. Alrighty, I guess we'll call that a net. And appreciate hearing everybody. We had 16 check-ins, including myself. And yeah, pretty good net. Appreciate everybody checking in. Very glad to hear from all of you, and I hope everyone has a very good rest of the evening and rest of the week. And until we meet or talk again, I'll say 73s to everybody and return the repeater to normal traffic. 73 stall, N0MLP will be clear.